I'm posting this through a botnet, so don't even think about getting cute and trying to find me. I've got enough trouble with people finding me as it is. It all started a few months ago, when I found a good source of amphetamines on a deep web marketplace I won't name. I live in a town so small and bland that even the local high school kids don't bother selling drugs. It's boring as sin here, which is one of the reasons I started ordering speed online in the first place. I was always very cautious. I tumbled my bitcoins carefully and ensured that every transaction was well encrypted. Yes, before you even ask, the proxies I used were fully configured and trustworthy ones. It wasn't the technology that failed me at all, actually. It was a single mistake in judgment. To a single trusted seller, I gave my real physical address. At first, I was only getting small packages for my personal use, but it was easy to have them delivered to the house of an old woman who lives nearby. Her live-in nurse consistently checked the mail very late in the day, so there was never much of an issue retrieving the speed before it was noticed. But my habit grew, and I began to introduce my close friends to the drug. So eventually I contacted my seller about ordering much larger quantities, enough for me to sell locally. We began to work like business partners in a supply chain, and I was placing substantial orders regularly. The speed originally came to me in small padded envelopes, but now it would have to be shipped in a larger cardboard box. The envelopes always fit easily inside a mailbox, but a box like this would have to be delivered to the front door. I couldn't have the mailman walking up a stranger's driveway to ring the doorbell, so I requested that the speed start being sent directly to me. I knew by this point that seller was a legitimate and reliable source, so trusting him with my address just seemed safer than the alternative. We'd become something like casual friends by this point, and began to do things together like frequent the same deep web communities and chat if we were both online. My seller was wickedly funny sometimes and seemed to really be a nice guy. I guess it's part of why I trusted him. But then again, it's not his fault about what happened. Recently though, I got a totally unsatisfactory shipment. The pressed pills looked right at first, but tasted like bitter flour and were far too brittle. They produced no high at all. I had been stiffed, and when I checked the marketplace, I found that my seller's accounts had been closed out. He left no messages to explain it. I assumed that he had just ripped me off, but it also didn't seem like something he would do. I wondered if I had misjudged him. Yesterday I noticed that one of his accounts was actively posting on one of the small community forums that we frequented together. I contacted him immediately in a private message and asked whether he knew that his last batch was complete bunk. It took about 25 minutes before I got any response, but suddenly the messages began pouring in. The person you're trying to contact has passed away. Sorry. He's such a homebody that nobody has knocked on his door the whole time I've been here. 3 whole weeks without visitors. Isn't that funny? I'm almost done eating him. I wasted very little soft tissue. He had almost no food in the house when I killed him, so I didn't even need to clear out the fridge to store his meat. I haven't even needed to take out the trash yet. Isn't that sort of funny? I've been poking around his computer too. Going through his files is like solving a big puzzle cube. But I'm making progress. I wrote back and accused him of taking a weird joke too far. I told him that he at least owed me an explanation for the last shipment. They're bone meal. You never smelled bone meal? Did you never have a garden as a kid or anything? I thought that'd be obvious. His skeleton was the only thing I hadn't figured out what to do with yet. I realized that I could solve that issue and also play a little prank. Come on, don't you think that's a funny idea? There was a brief pause, and then another short volley of messages appeared before I could form my response. You know, you actually don't live too far away from where I am now. Judging by the address I have here, you and this guy are just over the state line from each other. Isn't that something? Well, he's seeing you. What do you think? It's probably just a scheme to scare me off, right? What's up guys, this is Dylan from Dylan's Fear Files here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. This is a 3-part story, and I'm going to be uploading the next 2 parts in the upcoming weeks. But I wanted to also bring up a huge announcement. I'm going to be doing a huge Halloween collaboration, and I've got some great people that are going to be helping me out with it, including Darkness Prevails, Mad Mike, Brimstone Below, scary stuff, ding, and Emori Star, and I encourage you all to subscribe to their channels and check out their content. They're great people, and not everyone that I've messaged has replied yet, and I'm sure not all of them will, But I'll be sure to update you guys and I'll be sure to update you guys and any further guests, and just be on the lookout. And I'll be working on that video for the next few months, hopefully, just whenever I get these stories in. And I'm very excited for it. This is going to be a great thing for our channels, and I can't thank these people enough for agreeing to work with me. And I just hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to, send me your own stories in the email address in the description box. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, do all the social media stuff. And I just wanted you to do one more thing. Stay spooky, my friends.